Hi, everyone. So, welcome back to history. Yesterday, we talked about the executive branch, which is right here. This branch consists of the president's executives or his cabinet, and they approve or veto laws. They make treaties with foreign governments, nominate judges to the Supreme Court, appoints cabinet members, is commander in chief of the United States military forces. Now, today we're going to talk about another branch of the government, and that is the legislative branch. And you should see in your packet that the next page has a folder shape on the legislative branch. And the legislative branch is important because they have representatives from each state. And so they kind of listen to what their state wants and advocates for what what kinds of laws their state wants to approve or disapprove of. All right, so the US Congress is made up of two different branches within itself. So the US Congress, the first branch within the legislative branch is the Senate. And we have 50 states, and there are two senators from each state that represent their state. And then there's the House of Representatives, and there are 435 total House of Representative members. And according to how big your state is, the number of representatives is kind of decided. If you have more people in your state population-wise, that means that there's going to be more people representing your state in the House of Representatives. So the Senate protects the rights of smaller states that don't have as many people in the House of Representatives because of their population. And the House of Representatives protects larger states from getting their voice heard because they are a larger state with more people to help, right? More people within their state that need to be represented. All right. So if you go to your paper that looks like this, the legislative branch, you'll write the U.S. Congress, total number of members. So you're going to do a little bit of math. There are 50 states and 2 members of Senate from each state. How many senators total are there? Plus the total amount of members of the House of Representatives. Add those together, and you're going to write it right there. You'll write down how many House of Representative members there are, and how many senators there are total. So you really need to keep in mind that we have 50 states when you are doing your math on the senators. All right. So let's go back to the beginning, and let's look at the roles of the legislative branch. So they can propose tax laws. This branch is in charge of writing laws. And the second thing that they do is they can choose to impeach the president, meaning if the executive branch is not doing a very good job, if they're doing something illegal, the legislative branch can make the choice to impeach the president, which means to vote him out of office. They can approve of the presidential cabinet. Remember yesterday we talked about the fact that the president appoints certain people to certain positions. The legislative branch makes sure that those people are fit for the role. They ratify treaties with foreign governments. They can declare war. They can override the president's veto with a 2/3 vote. So if there's a law being made, the president has the right to say no. But if 2/3 of the legislative branch votes that the law should be passed, even though the president said no, that law can be passed. They can propose amendments to the constitutions with a 2/3 vote. So we're going to learn next week something called the Bill of Rights. And it's a list of rights that us as citizens have. And the legislative branch has the power to add rights and amendments to the Bill of Rights in the Constitution. And that needs to be voted and approved by 2/3 of the members. So if you go back to your paper, you're going to write that in the duties section where it says this branch's main duties are. And then you're going to think about who checks on the legislative branch. Which legislative branch checks on, which branches check on the legislative branch, and you'll write those right here. And which branches does the legislative branch check on? You'll write that right here. And that's it. If you have any questions, let me know. If you need to fast forward, rewind, that's up to you. I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.